Welcome to the Metal Roofing Channel, reporting live from METALCON 2023, and we're here to give you a market update on what's going on right now. I'm Adam Mazzella, President of Sheffield Metals and New Tech Machinery.
And I'm Terry McGuire, Vice President of New Tech Machinery.
Today we're going to talk about what's going on in the metal roof and metal wall market based off of all the feedback we're getting here at METALCON, both from a material supply side and a machinery supply side. So Terry, what are you seeing happening in the metal roll forming, the metal construction market from a machinery standpoint? What's the feedback you're getting at this show?
You know, we've really been extremely busy. We've had many people all day long the first day, a lot of excitement around our board and bat profile and the SSQ2. Which continues to really be the leader in the market and is continuing to keep a lot of excitement going for us here at NTM.
Is it more from a contractor-based perspective? Are you seeing more metal roof manufacturers?
I think the mix yesterday was everybody. We were seeing contractors, metal roof manufacturers, people that are running 3 and 4 machines, quite a few people that were looking at their first machines.
Nice.
The board and bat has really brought some people to NTM to look at what we do that wouldn't have been here before because of the popularity of that wall profile.
Yeah.
So we talked to a lot of new people to NTM yesterday as well.
So kind of brings a couple things to mind. So the board and bat, we've kind of viewed as something that's really going to drive the residential segment. Do we feel that, or do you feel that the residential segment is still really strong and why people are leaning that route? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the metal market in general is opening up. It continues to grow at a really rapid pace. We sense that by everybody we talk to who's saying, hey, I got 1 machine now, but I need 2 to keep up. I'm going to be doing some commercial work and some residential work now, and I used to only do residential work. So there's just a lot of excitement around metal, and it's growing so fast, it's hard for people to keep up.
In terms of a show like this, and are you talking to people that need to spend money from like a bonus depreciation, IRS Section 179 perspective? Or do you feel that people would be doing this whether or not they were getting additional assistance from the government?
Yeah, it's a good question. We normally see a lot of people coming to us due to the 179 at this time of year. But I think everybody I'm talking to would be in front of us anyways. They're just extremely busy and they're trying to find ways to control their market even more or become the gorilla in their market. Or they're really just trying to bring something to an area that people don't already have. So it's just a big mix.
Yeah. And we've seen a lot of our distributors at this show, that are doing a lot of the other metal forming, metal fabrication type machines. I mean, talking to those guys, are they busy like you are at the New Tech booth?
Yeah, everyone's busy. People have bought stock machines. All those stock machines are sold. They're putting in more orders. So our distributors are doing a wonderful job, and they're all really selling more machines than they ever have in the past. So it's been a great year. I mean, 23 has been NTM's best year yet, and we expect 2024 to be better. So Adam, we've been talking about how busy NTM is on the machinery side of this. How are you feeling like things are going from a material side, a coil side?
What's going on in the steel market is not really indicative of what's going on in the metal construction market. So the steel market, from a supply standpoint, is really impacted by the United Auto Workers Union strike right now. That's causing some pricing pressure down. We're starting to see that actually rebound in the last literally 48 hours. The demand on the metal construction side is still very strong. We've seen some dips, in a market kind of scenario, but most markets are still remaining strong, particularly on the residential side.
So we've been talking about some of the new stuff that we have at New Tech Machinery. What are you seeing from a materials coil standpoint that's new at this show that you didn't have last year?
Yeah, for sure. So there's obviously the board and bat, but on the Sheffield Metals side, we're releasing our CoreLine product line. It's 5 finishes that are textured low gloss PVDF. So we're really excited about that. You're usually going to see that as like a crinkle or a wrinkle finish. That's something you see in a SMP or a silicon modified polyester. So same PVDF, same warranty, but you start to get that textured feel on it. It's also low gloss. So really tapping into some of the market trends. Additionally, other things that I'm seeing, a lot of people are really excited about the residential push and the residential market. Commercial sort of had a pretty big swing back in the last couple of years, and that's sort of flattened out now. And I think residential is going to continue to remain strong for some time.
Yeah. With that particular coil that you were talking about, is that a residential product more or more of a commercial product? Where do you think that's going to end?
We're actually seeing it for both. Obviously, the commercial side's going to take a little bit longer. That's a longer cycle because it's got to go to architects. It's got to get specified. It's going to be a longer cycle to get there commercially, but I see it being very popular for both. From a residential side, that dark look is really in for roofing, and that's kind of what we're tapping in with the 5 finishes that we're bringing to market, is we feel strongly that those 5 are really going to be popular and really kind of scratch that itch from a residential perspective.
We're running that on the board and bat here at the show.
Yeah.
And the thing that I notice about that material is that it's going to hide any imperfections, whether that be from the machine or after the fact and weather. It seems like a really great product, and it feels like almost has a liner, bed liner feel to it.
Yeah, like a little grit to it.
Yeah, a little bit of a grit.
Yeah, and that was the concept. You know, a lot of the SMP Trinkle finishes you see are glossier, they're brighter. This is actually going to be a low gloss, so it is going to help hide some of that oil canning, some of the things that you might see where the fasteners attach, things like that in a typical metal roof installation.
Yeah.
As you can hear, this show is starting to rock. So we're going to get back to the show. We really appreciate you joining the video today, and we're excited to give you the update.